You're not gonna believe what I'm about to tell you. You can be a nurse without compassion fatigue or burnout, and without losing money. I was working as a staff nurse from July of 2019 to December of 2020. I worked as most nurses do, 36 hours a week, some weeks with overtime, and had taken no time off other than a sick day here and there. This was during the pandemic and I saw no end in sight. I couldn't help but get frustrated with them. I was getting burnt out, man. Not only that, but I was starting to feel less empathetic towards patients. I know they didn't feel well, but when they would get rude and snappy with me, I was wanting to get rude and snappy back. As a nurse, we have to keep our cool for our mental well-being and for others. You cannot take out feeling burnt out on the patients. You're probably thinking, okay, yeah, story of my life, but how do you fix it? What really saved me was travel nursing. Because it is still possible to be a travel nurse and get compassion fatigue or burnout, this is how I do it. Number one is take a break between contracts. I've taken as little as 1 week off to 6 months off between contracts. When I've taken longer breaks off, and specifically I do it around the holidays, I start really getting the itch to go back to work towards the end. Then I appreciate it so much more after taking some time to refresh. Call bells don't give me the ick after a good break. Make sure when you're preparing for time off, you budget funds to have during that time. A good rule of thumb is to have 3 times your living expenses for the amount of time you're taking off. Just in case you hit a rough patch the next time you're looking for an assignment, you have a buffer. Number 2 is you have new everything. With travel nursing, you get a new variety and new challenges. So for the new things, look for these specific new things for your specific burnout. So one of those is a new patient population. I work med-surg tele and I've worked at hospitals that have a lot of psych patients on med-surg tele floors. Then I'll start getting compassion fatigue from it. And then I've taken an assignment in states that have a higher amount of psych units, so you don't have as many on the med-surg tele floors, like Utah. Another new thing you get is new management. Say you hated the management at your last hospital, you get a whole new one. You also don't have to get involved in the unit drama. You're there for 13 weeks and then you're out of there, unless you love it and you want to extend. The next new is new hospital. Maybe you loved the management, but you hated the patient load. You can go work in a hospital that has a union with mandatory patient ratios and breaks, such as California, Oregon, and Washington. Or you could work at a smaller hospital that isn't as busy as the level 1 trauma center that you were just at. Number 3 is a change of scenery outside of work. Personally, this is a huge one for me. If I'm on a contract where I'm somewhere new and exciting, I don't mind being at work as much. When I was in California for the first time working an assignment, even though it was night shift and I hated it, I would be thinking about going to explore Joshua Tree on my day off or walking Laguna Beach, and it really made the time like so much easier and more worthwhile. Travel nursing also gives you so much personal growth. You're continuously learning and adapting personally and professionally. This can be so energizing when you felt stuck in the same old thing at your previous hospital. Comment below if you've found a way to combat compassion fatigue. Bye!